He was the second guy. So Lee and James, a couple of young guys from Australia, very young guys, came to the US with this script and a 10-minute short, which I still have a copy of, the 10-minute short. And it was just 10 minutes that they shot in the bathroom in Australia, in a bathroom. And they were right place, right time. Some guys were looking for the right film that they could shoot at a certain price. And the film developed from there. But some of the concept, and that's when I read the script, I was like, who makes a film about three guys locked in a bathroom? I mean, to me, it seemed like a play. You know, like a play like Waiting for Godot, or something along those lines, and I was fascinated by that. So I think that Saw broke ground in a number of different ways. If you don't like it, and you don't want to go see it, don't go see it. And if you, is it violent? Yeah. Does it have those elements in it? Yeah. And I understand why. I mean, I'll give you an example of what I mean. There are people in my community who've never seen a Saw film. They don't know, they just know in their heads, they know that it's this violent film. They know I was the guy. So they've never seen it. Their kids, I've had like 12 kids come up to me on a playground, like from the age of, say, 10 to 14. And they say to me, you're the guy, huh? And I say, you mean and they say, yeah. And I say, you've seen those films? And they say, yeah, we've seen them. Did they scare you? Nah. And I say, how did you feel about them? I said, we liked them. Why did you like them? They said, one of the smallest kids said to me, because they teach you stuff. And I was like, well, what do they teach you? Tell me what you mean. And he said, well, they teach you that you've got to appreciate what you have. You've got to appreciate your life. I was like, wow. He didn't talk to me about the traps. He didn't talk to me about the violence. He talked to me about the underlying elements that I was working on, and James and Lee, they were there from Saw 1. The treatment of the terminally ill by the medical community was one of the themes. Those who don't appreciate life don't deserve life. One of the themes is always bubbling underneath the surface. So that's what those kids were talking to me about. So as far as I'm concerned, the 40-year-olds or the 60-year-olds or the 30-year-olds who don't want to go see a Saw film, I completely understand. I'm not a big horror person. It's not my thing, okay? Although I ended up doing this film, life has strange twists and turns in it. But I remember when I was living in New York, and I lived in New York for 35 years, and I asked this woman once who she was leaving, and she said she was going to see some film like Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know what she was going to go see. I said, why do you go see those films? And she said to me, I said, what is it about horror film that you like? And she said, it's a visceral experience. And I said, oh, I get that. She said, it's like sex. It's like you can't control necessarily what's going to happen to you if you're going to end up back in the chair and gripping your chair. It's something that's visceral. Go see a romantic comedy. I adore romantic comedy. You know, I love period pieces. I love historical drama. But it's not so much a visceral experience. It's often intellectual, you know, other kinds of things. So it's not something you can kind of, horror films or something that she explained to me, and she gave me the best explanation that I could get about why people love to go to horror films. And it is a visceral experience because I've been in saw films where people laugh.